we're gonna try this again because we had problems yesterday. So let's try this again. Try this again today. What's up, Roller Mile? Let me know you can hear me. Let me know you can hear me. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, we're gonna try this again because we had difficulty yesterday. So we're gonna try this again today. Let me know you can hear me. Give me a mic check. Let me know you can hear me. All right. All right. Again, apologize about that yesterday, but then kind of find out, I think there was a lot of people that was having a problem with YouTube yesterday, but which I kind of see it because I was checking my internet connection, all this stuff after everything went down, and my internet connection was fine. So I'm assuming that it was a YouTube thing or whatnot. So I don't know what happened yesterday. I don't. So but I saw other YouTubers who were trying to go live. They was having problems too. So I don't know, but we'll see how this goes. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I know you watch my content. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And we're going to try to do this again. All right? We're going to try to do this again. So anyway, this is pretty much a show that I'm giving y'all updates with a new story on top of that. And as y'all can see, I'm dealing with the shoulder thing. I was doing a little shoulder exercise earlier before I came live, and this shit's sore as fuck. Ugh. Anyway, though, Jackie, what's going on? Sam Moore, keep it 1K. What the business? Tamika, roll a mile. Sorry, guys. Let's try this again. Let's get right into this show. Let's get right into it. Let's move kind of slow. Come on now. All right. So we started off with the motel thing down there in Bakersville. We started off with that, and I think that's where everything started messing up at right there. So we're gonna do all this over again. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me explain to you again. I recently did a show about human trafficking down there in Bakersville, and a couple of you was asking a question about why the owner has not been arrested. Where this is the update about that the owner has now officially been arrested for running in this traffic ring down there. So again, let's have a listen, and hopefully we don't have no problems. Get the thumbs up for your boy. Let's go.
Well, it is no ordinary motel in central Bakersfield. That's being described as a modern-day brothel, actually. And tonight we are learning new details in a massive operation to rescue over a dozen women from a human trafficking ring operating out of that motel. 17's Jason Katowski is joining us now with what he learned in court today. Good evening, Jason.
Good evening, Jim. An arrest affidavit has been filed. We obtained that, and we discovered that alleged prostitution and human trafficking has been going on in that location for years, and that it was a location well known to pimps through social media, through cell phone contacts. The motel's owner, Jatinbai Bhakta, and general manager Roy Dries were arrested Friday on suspicion of using the South Union Avenue establishment for sex trafficking, including the sex trafficking of minors. The affidavit says both men admitted to knowing prostitution occurred regularly on the premises. Through interviews, surveillance, search warrants on cell phones and social media, investigators determined Bhakta and Dries were involved in what was taking place at the motel, and some women said Bhakta charged pimps a certain rate if one or two girls would be using a room. He also laid down ground rules for the women. He told them if they were involved in a fight, he wouldn't let them come back and operate out of there for 3 months, and if they were beaten by
If they was involved in a fight, you can't come back there for 3 months.
A client or a pimp, he wouldn't aid them because, quote, that's part of the game, end quote. Authorities said this information was acquired over a years-long investigation, and their next hearing is going to be coming up a little later this week.
Well, this is certainly no game, that's for sure.
Yes.
So the owner and the general manager of this motel, They are complicit in all of this. What are the charges for the maximum penalties they could be facing?
The judge informed them this afternoon that the maximum penalty, if convicted, is 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine.
So what happens next?
Next, they have a hearing Friday. It's a detention hearing to determine if bail will be set. Some of the other human traffickers, alleged human traffickers related to this case, are being held without bail. They're going to determine Friday if bail will be set for these two men.
Okay. Jason Katowski, thanks for the update.
Thank you, Jim.
And we want to let you know there are a few ways to call for help against human trafficking. You can call the National Human Trafficking Hotline. It's 1-888-373-7888, or Child Protective Services, or the CPS hotline, which is 661-631-6011. You can also visit the Department of Human Services website, that is kcdhs.org, for a list of resources and information.
Only 5 years for that. They faced up to only 5 years. It is what it is. Good day to you. Elizabeth, what's going on? Good day, Tina Powers. Hey there. Tay, what the business? What up, Dana? 5 years running this rain, and y'all got all types of footage and this, then the third of 5 years. Not only that, the men said you get whooped. They don't offer no aid because that's part of the game. You get to fighting. You can't come back to work for 3 months at their hotel. You know, again, y'all remember we spoke a couple of days ago when I did my stream about how some of these young ladies be smelling themselves and just acting wild, and how the mothers just let these women acting wild, and you just let them run the streets and do whatever they want to do. And y'all heard about the other story that I did about the girl who got stabbed at Walmart. Y'all heard the chief say that, you know, we're going to start being strict on curfew, or whatever the case may have been. And when you don't put any kind of structure in these children's lives, you know, stuff like this happen because a lot of these young girls and these young men, when they feel like they're not getting love at home, they're going to go and try to seek what they miss in their home. And again, y'all remember I said the first person who showed them any ounce of sensitivity to make them feel like they take care of, then these children, these young teens are putting in their hand. All right? They put in their hand and don't know what they're getting into. And I think that's what happened with a lot of cases with this human trafficking. You know, stuff is going crazy at home. These children don't feel like they're being loved. They don't feel like they're getting the love from their mother. Probably don't feel like they're getting love from their father. So they going out trying to seek what they're not getting at home. All right? And whoever these assholes is that run this rain, they probably gas their head up, talk about, you know, you beautiful, you know, you this and that, you know, I would love to have you on my team. I can show you a better life than your parents have done. And these kids get brainwashed and get fucked up with this. Because you would think, if I get to fighting, you don't want to deal with me in 3 months. There ain't no reason for me to come back. Because if shit is going crazy at home, I'm dealing with this at home. Why would I come back to this? And this is 10 times worse what's going on at home. But I guess when you are fucked up in the mind like that, when you're brainwashed like that, you tend to go back to what you think is love. But really it's not. Amen? Amen? How many times you've heard somebody been in domestic violence and you ask that question, why do you keep going back? What's the number one answer you always hear? Because he or she loves me. Am I lying? They love me. They just doing it out of love. They get brainwashed to believe that getting their ass whooped is love. I don't understand it, but that's what's going on in the world today. They love me. How many of y'all have heard that before? No bullshit, no laughing. This ain't funny. I'm dead serious. How many of y'all have heard that before? You try to talk to somebody like, why you keep going back to that? And that's the answer you get. Oh, girl, because he loves me. He just doing it out of love. He just stressed out. And vice versa. How many times y'all have heard that? And it's sad. It is very sad. I never thought getting your ass whooped meant somebody love you. But then again, you hearing words that you never heard before, or somebody showing you that they care, and you apologetic enough, then I guess it would be easy to fall into that trap multiple times. Amen. Now us men, I think we get in domestic violence with female whooping our ass, but you don't ever hear them kind of story because we box your ass back, you know. But you do got a small percentage of men who's in domestic relationship where the women is beating them. But I think with us, it's more so of verbal abuse. We get verbal abuse, not just physical abuse. Y'all give us verbal abuse, but y'all get everything on a silver platter. And I swear to God, you think that's love? Y'all feel like it's love. So y'all females, y'all tell me what it is. I don't know. Y'all tell me what it is. And the same thing to go with these young ladies right here. I bet that's what's going on with these young ladies. Y'all let these Abu, and Poo Poo, whatever their fucking name is, they just gas y'all head up and y'all fell for it. And then when y'all do get out of it, you're gonna be so used to it that when you do give somebody that doesn't do that to you, you flinch every time he comes around. I had a woman who told me that, can't remember her name. Might have been, I think it was last year. She was telling me about a story that I don't think it was so much physical abuse, but the verbal and emotional abuse that she had got. And what the hell? Hold on. Some keep on trying to play. What is this? Oh, Jesus Christ. You must ready for me to play you or something. You just keep trying to play. I'm going to get to you in a minute. As a matter of fact, let me do this real quick so you can stop trying to play in the background. All right, so let me go and shut you down. You keep trying to play in the background. You're ruining my flow. All right, now where was I? Yeah, I had a female that talked to me, and she was in such of a bad relationship, or she was in one, that when she got with a person that wasn't doing none of that stuff that she was in the last relationship, this girl said she literally flinched every time this dude would come around, and he wasn't even doing nothing. A sudden movement, she flinched. A certain tone in his voice, she flinched. And I guess the man didn't know what she been through, and I guess he had to actually know, why are you flinching? I ain't did nothing. Why are you flinching? And I think she finally told him what she had been through, and I guess he understood what she'd been through. So when we hear that, then I guess we got to be careful with our movements, but we're not doing anything. So here's the thing: if that's the case, that you get with somebody like that, what can we do? If any of you ladies can answer, or any men who listening, what can we do to ease your mind to show you that we're not like that? We're not abusive. I'm not going to hit you, but you flinching every move I make. You just flinch. Hey, you flinching. I raise my hand. Oh, you flinch. I just walk past you. You flinching. Minute. Darren, I haven't talked to her in a minute. I don't think she's going to say anything else. I mean, I think she told me everything she's going to tell me. What's up with you, though? Are we having this problem again? Am I buffering this stuff again? Yeah, I don't think this is a YouTube thing. I don't think it got anything to do with me. I think you said we need to talk to you about it offline. Who is we? Who is we? All right, guys. Look like this thing is starting over again. Like I said, it's got to be a YouTube thing. It can't be me. It's got to be a YouTube thing. Because we were just doing fine, and Friday looked up and see it's still doing that shit again. So let me see if I can get through it without it messing up. All right. So guys, you can ease your mind now, because the owner of that hotel has been arrested. Now only 5 years. Wow, that's crazy. Only 5 years. That is crazy. Hey Terry G, what's going on? But Darren, who want to talk to me, and why do y'all want to talk to me about that? Let's move on to the next story. Ladies and gentlemen, taking a picture up above me. Yeah, Terry G, I'm seeing it's doing that. I don't know why it's doing that, but I'm gonna see if I can rush through it before it does it again. All right. Y'all take a look up above me. The white lady that you see, her name is Jessica Cherry. And the young lady who you see next to her, her name is I just had that baby name. What is her name? Oh, I just had that baby name. What is her name? Oh. Hold on, guys. I gotta see what this baby name was. Damn, I just had that baby name. I'm just looking at her name, and I forgot it that quick. Hold on. Kaylee Thomas. Kaylee Thomas. All right. Kaylee Thomas was 2 years old. The story I'm finna bring to y'all about this woman, she was a daycare owner, and allegedly she was captured with repeated abuse to this beautiful young black girl who is no longer with us now. Now, what I'm going to play for y'all right now is an old video when they first talked about it. Then we're going to get into what her charges are. So you just bear with me for a minute. And let me pull her up real quick. Now I gotta go find this now. Jesus Christ. All right, guys, hold on. I gotta go find this. And see, that's why I hate it did all that yesterday, because I had everything. I had everything in check. Now I gotta go find the shit now. Okay, here we go. Right here.
Or while you're at work or school. But testimony in court today alleges an unlicensed home-based facility in Norfolk nightmare.
Yeah, this got to be a YouTube thing. It's got to be a YouTube thing. It's got to be a YouTube thing. So if this keep on happening, what I'm gonna have to do is just do a pre-recorded video and just run it as a premiere, which probably what I'm gonna end up doing, because it keeps knocking me off. It keeps knocking me off. But anyway, let me see if he'll play this for y'all.
A daycare center is supposed to be a place where your children are safe for while you're at work or school. But testimony in court today alleges an unlicensed home-based facility in Norfolk was a daycare nightmare. 10 Your Side's Regina Mobley explains why. Regina?
Well, Tom, Wavy TV10 first started looking into allegations against 37-year-old Jessica Cherry after 2-year-old Kaylee Thomas, a child in her care, was rushed to CHKD where she was pronounced dead. The disturbing allegations revealed in court today are not related to Kaylee's death, but what happened a week before Kaylee died. I will warn you, the details of today's court proceedings will be hard for a lot of people to listen to. Kaylee Thomas, family members called her Boo, was bright beyond her 2 years. She could count up to 15, say her ABCs, and loved to give hugs and kisses. On August 28th, around 3 p.m., Kaylee became unresponsive while in the care of 37-year-old Jessica Cherry in her home, which prosecutors say was an unlicensed daycare facility in the 1300 block of Jennifer Street. Police and paramedics responded to calls for help. Kaylee was transported to Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters, where she was pronounced dead. Armed with a search warrant, police returned to the Jennifer Street home to gather evidence, including Ring surveillance camera video that prosecutors say recorded horrific crimes against other children a week before Kaylee died. I'm going to demonstrate how several alleged crimes were caught on camera. Prosecutors say a Ring camera inside the daycare was turned so that the lens faced a dark television screen. Prosecutors say that dark screen captured reflections of disturbing crimes taking place behind the lens of the camera. During a bond hearing, prosecuting video that police say captures her allegedly slapping an infant. The chilling audio of the child crying out in pain was heard in the juvenile courtroom while Judge Lynn Simmons, attorneys, and the suspects watched the video of the alleged crimes via reflection video. Cherry is charged with 2 counts of gross, wanton, or reckless care for a child, 2 counts of endangerment, cruelty, or injuries to children, stab cut wound with malicious intent, and a new charge, attempted malicious wounding. Now, Cherry was denied bond. She's due back in court November 12th for a preliminary hearing, and she has lost custody of her young son. So far, no charges have been filed in the death of little Kaylee Thomas, and her cause of death is pending. I reached out to Kaylee's family members, and I was told the family remains under a gag order in what is an active police investigation. To learn more about what she meant to her family, see this story on wavy.com. Regina Mobley, 10 on your side.
I'm gonna tell you something. With a bitch like that, you don't need the cops. You need me for the cops. If that was my daughter and everybody she did that shit to, you won't need the police. I'm gonna be the police. And I'm gonna whoop her motherfucking ass. This is one time oh man, golly, y'all know I don't promote violence. I don't. But you don't need to come. Yeah, YouTube tripping hard, man. YouTube don't want me to talk about this shit for some reason. I don't know why, because I'm looking at it and every time I get in good, well, it might be this software. I don't know. And now it went back to drop down to 120. Now it dropped down to 120 drop frame. So I don't know if it's YouTube or is it this software. I don't know which one it is, but and call everybody else. Come up there. And we're gonna whoop that bitch ass. Okay, guys, what I'm about to end up doing here, because this thing it ain't gonna let me do this show. It ain't gonna let me do this show. So what I'm gonna have to do is, but I'm gonna have to just do a pre-recorded. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do a pre-recorded and run it as a premiere. It's gonna be just like a live, but of course, premiere. YouTube, I hate you. I hate you.